So this is a tip for you guys to be working on leash pressure. So teaching your dog to be sensitive to pressure on the leash, particularly if they have a tendency to pull and drag you. So I'm using a slip lead. Put it on like this. Gus, sit. Slip lead goes on. Kind of make it snug up under his, up here. So don't put it down here low, make it fairly snug up here. So what I'm going to try to do is, I don't want him to move. I don't want to move. I'm going to stand still and I'm going to put the slightest bit of pressure on his neck. So I'm not going to move. He has to come to me. So I'm putting some pressure on his neck. When he gives into that pressure, and he learns to release the pressure. And he's a little bit stubborn about this. Yes. So he gave into the pressure. He's easier. He's a lot easier to work with, like in a back pressure. So I'm going to put a little bit of pressure and lead him back. And he moved, so he that's Vasco barking. He gives in to the back pressure. Side pressure, he gives into, so I'm barely. Front pressure is hard for him. So I'm not going to pull up, I want to pull straight forward. You can hear me over Vasco. I'm pulling, yes. So just a little bit of pressure and he gave in. So try that with your guys. Put a leash on, snug up under here. You don't move. You stand still and put a little bit of pressure. You don't move until they give in and come to you. And only if they do, they can just do like 1 or 2 steps. They learn then to release that pressure and to come to you. That should help teach them when you're in a situation. Yes. So he's catching on. We've been doing this for a few days. That should teach them to be sensitive to that leash pressure, so that, particularly if you have a dog that tugs and pulls a lot, and you're dragging and hanging on, they're not sensitive to that pressure. They're just pulling and tugging, and they're not aware of it. And usually, for the most part, collars slip down here. What's important is you have it high under here, and they realize that that leash pressure means they know how to stay. They know how to turn it off. It's negative reinforcement. They know how to turn it off. So I'm going to stand right here. I'll show you one more time. Yes! So I barely touched it and he came. Whereas when I first came out and did this video, he thought he was going to hold out. Sit. Yes, this is really good for him because he tends to not want to come forward with me. So try that with your guys.